Hey guys, this is Allison Kessler here, coming to you from Calgary, Canada, and I'm trying out a new moon spread, and I invented it myself. And I've been. Some of you might know I was into this thing called moon phase launches, where I was really tracking and into each moon phase, specifically the four main ones: the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, and the last quarter. And so hopefully I'll launch that business soon. But I needed to come up with a matching tarot spread for each phase of the moon that I wanted to do. So I've made up actually a coordinated four moon phase tarot spreads that you can do at each section, at each quarter of the moon. So I'm trying this out right now, and two of the cards, I know you can't see them. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but so I've kind of kept out that the sun is in Libra, and this is a depiction of what the sun is in right now, just to keep a reminder of we've just moved into this new sun sign, Libra, which here is like really depicting balance, harmony, and also you can see the justice symbol in the very background. So I think this really means to keep in mind what you put out into the universe is what you're going to receive. And so even small things that you put out and you're like, that doesn't matter, it actually all gets calculated by the universe and comes back to you when you get that. So just keeping in mind, Libra's lessons. Libra to me also is all about reaching out to people on an individual basis, reaching out to these connections and friends that I haven't seen or spoken to in a long time. I'm really on this new mission to reconnect on an even deeper level with these people that I've shared part of my journey with, but they sort of fell off, my world or reality, and now I'm really looking to reach back to them. But I love this new moon card, new moon in Libra, which says, "Know you are loved," and I just think this is so gorgeous. Because as soon as you realize that you are loved and that you love yourself, the universe also loves you, and you just come in more contact with abundance within all areas of your life. So this is sort of a lesson I'm learning as well. But I love the idea of having it's Libra and the sun, Libra and the new moon, and they're working together right now. And so I've come up with a 5-card spread. For the new moon, it's all about setting intentions for your next month, but it's also about setting intentions for your next 6 months, because in 6 months, it will be full moon in Libra. And so you're setting the intentions for the next moon phase, but you'll recalculate or really be launching whatever you're setting out today in 6 months when it becomes the full moon in Libra. So it's kind of it's a little bit awkward or backwards how it calculates. But anyway, so I've come up with a 5-card spread. It's like a pyramid, and the top card is, what are your intentions for this month? And the next 2 cards going down in a kind of a triangle pyramid are, what kind of moon blocks are you going to come across while you're trying to do this intention? And then the bottom 3 cards are going to be 3 action steps that you can take right now to make this intention actually manifest in your life. So let's do some card shuffling. Okay. So what we are manifesting this month, and let me put on my ugly Shoppers Drug Mart glasses. So is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is interesting because aces are fantastic for new moon energy. And it's just like you can really embody this new moon energy. And so this Ace of Cups is saying it's all filled with what you love, what you are drawn to with your heart, what is speaking to you emotionally, and what are you being drawn to that you almost want to kind of ignore, like, oh, like, I would do that right now, but it's not practical, and I'll never make any money from that or whatever. So but the problem is with the water sign, this Ace of Cups, is that you can't ignore it. It's part of you. And so every time you ignore something that you really want to do with your heart, you're sort of like killing yourself, or like not loving yourself, which is sort of in opposition of Libra's whole message here. And so so your intention for me with this reversed Ace of Cups is, I think it's to really honor now what you're drawn to, and to go after it. Put aside your reservations. Put aside those initial, I can't do it because of this, I'm not going to do it, like, and to really embrace that Ace of Cup energies and follow where it goes to. Yeah. Okay. And then, so some moon blocks that we might come in we might get blocked by. So we have number 4, the Emperor, and the reversed King of Cups. So part of what we might run into as a block is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is all about practical planning and strategy, and really making sure that all of the pieces come together, and that we've thought of everything, and that we are putting together a sound plan. And it almost goes in contradiction with a water sign or a water card, where they're like, la 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 la, I'm just going with the flow, I'm just doing what feels right. But neglecting the air part of this, where, well, actually the Emperor's fire, but where you're planning out your next course, really taking time to write out the steps, write out everything that you need. I don't know if some of you know that I'm a web designer, and a really helpful thing when you're planning out, your sales funnels and your flows of your website, is to use a piece of funnel software, or where you really map out every single step and make sure that you've thought of everything, because there can be so many steps that if you keep this all in your head, and especially with this Ace of Cups, you can see this dizzying sort of energy where she's getting hypnotized, or if she doesn't keep her head, she is going to lose focus of what the hell she's doing. So this Emperor is like, wait a second, this is really important. It's not a block. I'm actually here to help you achieve your goals. And then this King of Cup reversed is saying, let's see. Yeah, I think he's saying, he would normally kind of just be sitting there and enjoying the comforts of his home. But actually, the message is to get up and do things and make it happen. Um, there's a time for things to just come to you, and there's a time for you to take active steps. And so I think, number one, plan out what you're doing, and make sure that you have a good strategy. And number two is take that action. Don't just sit there waiting. Go out and get what you want. So being a little bit more bold about saying out loud, this is what I want, and then going to get it. And then, so 3 action steps that you can take right now. This is very interesting. So we have the Hermit reversed, and this is from the Everyday Witch Tarot. We have the Magician in an upright right in the center. And then we have the Hierophant, number 5, Major Arcana. These are 3 Major Arcanas right at the bottom. Well, this is a powerful spread. So this is reversed. So the Hierophant is reversed. So to me, this means with the Hermit reversed, it reinforces this other message, where you need to get out, contact people, call people, meet people, go to those meetings, really start getting yourself out there. I think with COVID as well, that's weird. Like, we have been sort of trained into staying inside and not talking with people, and now is the time to get back out there and remember what it's like to make human connections. And the Magician, of course, means actually use everything you have in front of you, including your personality. So one of our main gifts when we come into be human on this earth is that we have our personality, and it's a strength. It's a beautiful part of who we are, and we can use that in our intentions and making them come true. And the Hierophant is sort of where you go out and get outside external assistance and help in things. Like, you might go to an expert and get their opinions and get other people's input as to what you should do. But because this is reversed, I am getting the feeling that you need to ask yourself. So the time of asking other people what you should do is over. Now is the time to really entrust your own, what do you want to do, what feels right to you, and do that. Because, if you do too much of what someone says from externally, then you sort of lose part of yourself. And with the Magician coming through here, you are it. You have all the power and everything you need right at your fingertips, so you don't need to go ask somebody else. Okay, so all in all, I think this is a great spread. So I think what this means is we should do a journaling exercise about sort of what has been tugging at our heart that we have been ignoring, and see if we can make an intention set around what we really want to do, and set aside all those external expectations of what we should do, or what people expect us to do. So we're changing it into, this is our intention and we are going to make it happen. But don't let it get forgotten. Like, we need to keep this at the forefront. And I think that's what the Emperor is trying to say. Like, if you make it into a plan, with the to-do lists, and with deadlines and schedules, and you actually really want to make it happen, then you can go make it happen. But that's how you do it. And really, now is not the time to just sit there and wait for things to come to you. It's time to go out and get them. And then, yeah, just the last one is just shine with who you are, and people will be attracted to you based on your own personality, that are like-minded and who really like you. So yeah, I think this is a great card. Next step, write down that intention. And I always find that once I write down my intention, the moon blocks pop up. They would be the next critical voice of why I can't do that. And that is a thank you to that critical voice, because it's saying what's standing in your way, what your fears might be, it's really saying, hey, I'm a block, you have to deal with me, kind of thing. And then practical steps going forward. Yeah, so I hope you like this new moon reading, and I'll be going forth and doing a new moon reading every new moon, so I'll get better and better at this. But it was really just popped into my head 20 minutes. Well, I was actually meditating, and I'm like, wait a second, and the spread just came together, and I'm like, and it's gonna be really cool for every single quarter of the moon phases. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Hope this helped you. Namaste.